Welcome back, mobile gamers. My name is NimbleThor, and today we are playing the Muscle Hustle in my mobile gaming quest, where I document playing a brand new game every single day here on YouTube. And as I was reading through recommendations from you fine folk, I stumbled upon this game called Muscle Hustle, and it caught my interest because it's basically air hockey meets wrestling. And although it's not exactly a new game anymore, it's really fun. But do be warned though, I've got a bit of a rant later on for this game, so that's coming up. But first, let's just talk about the gameplay. So we've got a wrestling team here, you guys can see that, the 3 blue guys on this playing field right now. And we can control these and we take them into tournaments and into different types of events. So the way we control them is simply we flick them, right? So we tap the screen and then we move our finger around to sort of aim at an opponent. And then we let go, and our little fighter speeds around the map and hits as many opponents as possible. Now, where this system gets kind of interesting is that we have to attempt to hit our own guys as well, because doing so will trigger a combo effect. So let's have a look at this. Let's hit the guy up there, and he's gonna throw a sandbag at one of the opponents. Look at that. I don't know if you guys noticed, but otherwise go back, and you'll see that sandbag being thrown there. A bit of a dirty trick, but I guess every trick is okay in air hockey wrestling, right? We sort of make up our own rules since we make up the genre here on the spot. But the commentary is fun as well. There's a coach shouting at us constantly. And best of all, probably, there's no energy system limiting our time with the game. But though, this is where we start to get into my rant, or the rant part of this video. Because there is a paywall, a literal paywall, very early on in the game, and it's nearly impossible to get through that one. At least it was for me. It seems like every single time you attempt to get through it, you just get hit by the enemy, and the enemy is going to deal so much more damage than your amount of HP, and there's really nothing you can do about that. So either I was just really unlucky, or there is certainly a paywall early on, and I'm quite sure I'm correct that there is a paywall. And let me know if you guys experience that as well. But let's say you get through that. I got through it after all, right? So let's say you get through that by grinding some of the older levels, and you have now moved on. Great! Well, if your fighters die, which they will start doing, then you have to wait for them to revive. Yes, you have to wait. Literally, we cannot go into another match if we've lost one of our heroes. So, really, there's only sort of one energy in this game, I guess you could say, at least when you start losing. So there is sort of a hidden energy system in that system, and I freaking hate that. I don't like that system, and I don't think it has any place in any sort of mobile game whatsoever. Having to wait a few minutes is just a horrible experience, honestly. And then there are also the incentivized ads, of course. Incentivized video ads where we can choose to watch them to revive if we die, so we can avoid our heroes or our fighters actually dying, and thus us having to wait. So I guess that's somewhat nice, but in combination with the fact that we do die quite easily, it feels a bit forced once again. So yes, I would definitely say that the game does monetize to the point where it might just not be enjoyable for you guys anymore. But let's go have a look at the upgrading system though. So we can promote this one now because we have all the different equipment we need, and we have leveled her up, which we do by sacrificing another hero or a trainer. I used a trainer, which is what you typically do. So now let's do the actual promotion. Start promotion. Let's see, we're gonna get a 2-star hero, and doing so will probably grant her a new type of skill. At least it did with our other hero. Yes, it did indeed. It's charged up by cheers from the crowd and is inspired to run faster and hit harder. Charges in 9 turns. That's sort of a nice skill, I guess. I'm looking forward to playing with that. If I ever get to do that, of course, in between these paywalls, in between these wait times, in between all this other crap, honestly. Well, let's try using her in another fight here. This was a level that I simply could not get through before. I simply couldn't do it, right? We would lose every single time, and I would die. I'd have to wait. I'd replay it. I would die. I'd have to wait. I'd replay it, and so on. We always died near the very, very end, and it just felt like that was what was meant to happen until maybe we've upgraded our hero. I'm not sure. I'm getting into all sorts of weird conspiracies here, but guys, I just really don't like how this game monetizes. Anyway, let's see if we can take this guy out first. He has a decent amount of HP, it seems. So what do we want to do now? Do we want to use... Well, okay, we can't use it yet. We have to wait 8 turns, and then we can use the ability. So let's just do that. Let's hit this guy, throw the sandbag. Oh, that was unfortunate. We didn't hit with the sandbag. Let's look. How much HP do these guys take from us? A lot. Especially that guy. Did you see that? He can run through us, which seems kind of like cheating. But we're gonna deal with these guys, I'm pretty confident, because after all, there are 3 different levels to get through. So we still have to wait 3 turns before we can use her special ability. So I think we might wait till round 2 to use it. Probably the wisest decision. So we're gonna take out these guys rather quickly. And oh no, if we don't die before, that is of course, we're gonna get hit with the sandbag. And what are we gonna do now? Are we gonna... I guess we're gonna go up here. No, I mean, our aim wasn't really the best here either. But at least we're gonna defeat them now. And our skill is ready to be used. This is it, guys. Let's see how strong this skill actually is and whether or not it's gonna make a difference for us. So first of all, this guy here, what are we gonna do with him? I guess we're just gonna throw him in there. And yeah, okay, that actually dealt a decent amount of damage. So now, let's use this one. Okay, so it's charge up. Yes, by cheers. Yes, we can use it now. Okay, let's just do it. Let's just go for it. Let's see what it actually does. Okay, not really seeing a huge difference here. Was that really the skill? Was that the skill? That was a very, very small difference between just playing normally. At least we can use this guy's skill as well. That was kind of underwhelming. This skill, though, is really, really strong. And maybe it's hard to tell. Maybe we did actually deal a bit more damage there. But anyway, guys, I'm still sort of in a randy mood here. And I don't like any of this. And I just really do not like how this game monetizes. I do like how it plays, though. That's why I'm doing a video on it, because I'm so freaking frustrated. I just really wish that these guys would have monetized in a more fair way, because all this monetization, all of it, is only there to make you so frustrated that you want to go into the game's gacha system for unlocking new fighters, where you pay premium currency or the game's in-game currency, which is extremely difficult to get, by the way. It's going to take you forever to grind enough of that, but you can use those, either the premium currencies or the in-game currency, to unlock new heroes. And you're gonna hope for the best. You're just gonna wait and see what you're gonna unlock, and it's a super frustrating system. I do not like it. I tend to not really like gacha systems, but they do make sense in gacha games. This doesn't feel like a typical gacha game, though, and at least in gacha games, we don't have all those other annoyances that makes the game so insanely grindy, and not even grindy, just straight up impossible to complete because of a paywall unless you pay real life money for it. Guys, what do you think? Am I being too harsh on this game? Let me know in the comment section down below. And now for the mobile gaming fact of the day, which is that Epic Games, the developers of Fortnite, have removed all their Infinity Blade games from mobile. Sadly, so they're all gone. You won't be able to play them anymore. Well, you will if you still have them installed, it seems, but you won't be able to download them anymore, which makes sense. They wanna, they wanna focus on Fortnite, but it's still sad news for any fans of the series. Have you guys played Infinity Blade? Let me know in the comment section, or maybe you had a similar experience where a game you played just suddenly disappeared from the store. Share that story down in the comment section down below, and I would love to read through those stories. So it looks like we actually won this level. I mean, we gotta have this in the video, right? We gotta show that we actually did win here at the end, to be fair to the game. I just still do not really like it. I do think you guys are gonna have fun with the game, though, because the core gameplay is fun, while the monetization just really sucks. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna stop the ramble now. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of this video, and until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.